I knew breaker would be in the utility closet. Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Breadster Show. Today we've got another horror game called Witching Hour. I also don't know anything about this game. It was recommended to me in my horror recommendations. So I noticed that it was a demo a while back ago, and the new release just kind of released actually a couple weeks ago, May 17th. So let's give it a shot. See if it's scary, or if it's fun, or if it sucks. But anyway, that's enough chit chat. Let's get into the game. I'm turning it up in my headphones so I can hear better. Chained up door, huh? We already know what's down in that basement. It's pretty cool. Getting a little intro about all the different locations in during the game. Witching Hour. Is that considered midnight or something? Press any key. Witching Hour has 5 endings. Which one you get will depend on your interactions throughout the story. Chapter 1. I hear a truck. Is that a truck?
Well, here it is, the Weatherby House, our new home. It looks about the same as I remember when I grew up here.
Press E on the keyboard.
It's so creepy.
Continue.
I don't normally say this, but I think Emma's right. Looks a little run down, Dad.
Well, I can't see anything, so...
Jerk.
The tenant that I rented it to after your grandparents passed away left without giving any notice, so it's been without maintenance for a number of years. But it's nothing we can't fix with a bit of effort, girls.
Okay.
Why did we leave the city? Can we still go back?
No more talk of the city.
Man.
I told you this, Emma. This is our home now. We'll make it work. Come on, let's start unpacking the truck.
Leave. Oh, I can see things now. Ain't too bad. Huh. Can I? Oh, I'm pressing E to move. Like, I can't move with E. These graphics are pretty good.
Emma, help me sort through these boxes, will you? Rose, the old tenant left without even the courtesy of a phone call, so I doubt we'll find the keys laying around. Can you find a way to open this place up?
Sure.
If it gets me out of moving boxes, sure.
This house has been dormant for a while. You'll need to get the electrical lines back on. Keep an eye out for a mechanical box once you're inside.
Aren't you the man? Don't you know all
Be
this
like
stuff?
a tradesman.
Shouldn't you be the electrical engineer?
Get used to manual labor, Rose. We're a farming family now.
Excuse me, sorry. Get it inside the house. Huh. I like the artwork of this. You know, like the sketch outline. First tab. Okay, journal notes. Music's pretty loud. At least to me it is. I got it turned up. It's not bad though. Not bad music. What we got over here? Am I looking for a key or am I just going around back?
Here. I guess it's not technically a break and enter if it's your grandparents' place, right?
Oh. Maybe I get up over here. You know, that'd be probably easier. Hold to enter. Traveler, the Weatherby house. Okay, we're in. The
Ugh,
music
it's
stopped.
so dusty in here. All right, let's get the lights back on. Somehow.
I get a drag. Oh no. Okay, well that's pretty interactive. Let there be light. Well. Okay, is anything gonna jump out at me? Cause I'm not ready for that yet. Can I open the door? Let's get the lights on first. Why would I do that? Open the door and let him in so I feel safe. Why is there just a random axe just chilling there? I'll remember that though if I need it.
The last tenant had a bit of a drinking problem.
Oh well. How do you turn lights on? Is there like a light switch? Okay, the fridge is empty. Okay, where's the light? Oh, that's locked. How do I get the lights on? Is it downstairs or is it upstairs? I kind of don't want to go upstairs. It's probably upstairs. Ugh. Why is there bugs here?
Well, that's a creepy door.
Yeah, it's chained up for a reason. Don't go exploring in there. Seems to be stuck. Ugh. What we got in here? What's this room? Use the wardrobe door. Oh no. Is that like The Conjuring where they're gonna like clap at you? Open the door and you hear the clap and you gotta go follow the clap into your peril? Or maybe it's Narnia. Ouch. Thank you for terrifying me. What is this? Interact with the puzzle. Am I putting the sheets together? Yeah, it looks like it. Gotta get the outer edges. There we go. Gotta love the puzzle piece. Doesn't go there. What? What? Okay. That goes there. Okay. Okay. All right. Good to go. Strange looking note. Should be a circuit breaker somewhere in his house. What was that for? Okay.
This ripped up note doesn't look like it's written in English.
Okay.
Corporea dormientes.
Don't read it.
Exita,
Don't read it.
Frigida et
You just doomed
Rigid.
yourself.
reduc animas inquietus nocte
We're doomed.
ambulantes.
We're doomed.
I'm not the superstitious type, but that wasn't comfortable to read. Better get back to turning the
Well,
lights
maybe
on.
you shouldn't have read it. You're doomed. You just summoned the spirits. Oh no. Oh good. Where's the circuit breaker? I can run. I had no idea I could run. Where is the circuit breaker in his house? Okay. Alright. This house is strange. Gotta get the lights on first, however I do that. I'm gonna go upstairs again. Maybe I missed something. I don't know if I missed anything up here, because I literally looked everywhere. Is there like a crouch button? No. There's no crouch button. What's this?
What's this? Looks really ornate. Well, outside of chores and probably bad TV reception, there's not much else to do. I'll read it later.
Probably a bad idea. I wouldn't want to read that. Okay. I'll read it later. Nothing else on the table. The breaker box isn't in here. Looked in the wardrobe. Went back here. So all I had to do was pick up a book. And then another door opens. Holy crap. A small key that probably goes to the utility closet, which probably gets to the breaker. Just like I thought. I knew breaker would be in the utility closet. Oh!
Jesus! What the hell was that?
Nothing good. You better stay away from that door. Okay, we got that lights. Nothing to jump out. Hey, stay open. Stay open. Okay. So I gotta get them all green. Looks like. Okay, don't know how I did that, but I was just
Let there be light.
pressing random things. Random switches. Alright. Is that chapter 1 complete? Unpack the boxes.
Let's make this room feel a little bit more like home.
Okay, after what you just experienced, I wouldn't want to be living here anymore. Especially seeing that door chained up. Yeah. That's terrifying. I need to take a sip of my blueberry lemon.
That's much better. Let's check on Emma.
Yeah, I don't think I'll stay away from that book for now. Hey, open all the way. Thank you very much. Is this Emma? Hello?
Only unpacked your art supplies, I see. Surprise, surprise.
I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow.
Well, my room is already fully unpacked.
That's because you were unlocking the house while I was unpacking the truck with Dad, loser.
Excuse me, you do not talk to me like that.
Hey, I'm not a loser.
You don't speak to me like that. What is wrong with you? How dare you? Am I not the mother? Or am I a stepmom?
Congratulations, Rose. You just lost an argument with your 8-year-old sister. Maybe that will wash
sister.
away some of the shame.
Sister. Dad picked this room, huh? I guess the bath, we gotta go downstairs. Okay. Shut the door. A hot bath, right? This is where we wanted to go, right? Go for a bath. This is not the bath. Not the bath you want. What, zoom in or something? Oh, that's what I gotta do. Put the pipes together. Did it. I had to look at the pipes, not the bathtub.
Ugh, gross. I should tell Dad.
Well, I guess you're not taking a bath. That dirty water. Hello? Is he not in here? Where's Dad at? Where is Father? Trying to go outside. I was trying to go out the door. So Dad's not in the house. I don't see him. He must be outside. Wonder what he's doing out here. Try to go out. Oh, he's right here now. Okay.
The water from the pipes is black.
You're probably the first one to turn them on in years. Until I can clear them out, we'll have to use the water from the well outside. Anything else on your mind, Rose?
Why did we move out here?
I already told you. A city is no place for two young girls.
We've been getting thinner.
Oh,
How are you gonna see a doctor all the way out here?
I'll be fine. My only concern is starting a new crop and fixing this place up. It'll be a fine place for all of us. We'll have everything we need for a good life. Have you checked on your sister?
Yes.
She decided to spend the night drawing instead of unpacking.
She's stubborn like your mother used to be. I think you take more after me. Be patient with her. Moving here must be hard for her as well. Now get some rest. You have a long day in the morning.
What's with the strange door? The one with all the chains on it?
Yeah, I wondered that too.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's hard to miss. Must have been done by the tenant who moved in after my parents passed. Not sure why, though. I'll get it open with some tools after we get all the essentials fixed first.
Nope, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I don't want to go in there.
Good night, Dad.
Don't not take the chains off the door. It's chained up for a reason. You good?
Let's read a chapter of that new
Oh my
book
god,
before
I
bed.
thought that was someone swinging. My brain is coming up with random things. Oh, I'm gonna read that creepy ass book, okay? I've always been drawn to the idea of forces beyond what we can see, touch, or even fathom. A type of power that is only shown to people who have faith in it. The same power that has given life to all things. With the creation of our universe, the stars, and existence itself, I don't find it hard to believe in the possibility of the divine. I had to listen to sermon after sermon in the parish about such things before leaving the church. Holy men, miracles, and the people that follow them. such things anyone would desire for themselves. I spent many afternoons at the Historical Society reading their short supply of books on the arcade. Sorry, God, man. Reading this make me yawn. Arcane and esoteric? Is that how you say that? Trying to find the keys of these miracles so I could practice them myself. In my search through these old books, I came across one, the Clavicle of Solomon, which spoke of ceremonial magic for incantations, rituals, and sigils used to call upon and control spirits. After reading through this grimoire, I knew of a spirit I wished to contact, my son Andrew, who had died the year before. Losing him was losing my final connection to this world. And even an illusion of hope, it's still far better than no hope at all. So I started with candles. I would wait until dark when our world and spirits is at its thinnest and walk through the woods next to my home. I would write Andrew's name with candlelight, inviting him to speak to me from the darkness. I would ask him to tell me the secrets of death and the existence that lay beyond it. It was an experience that made me feel at peace with my loss and feel a sense of power in an otherwise powerless life. More reading. I continued this process for over a year, reading new incantations and continuing my pilgrimage in the woods. Then one fateful night, after writing his name in the darkness and pleading with him to speak with me, Andrew finally spoke back. Lucilia M. Go to bed.
Ugh, empty. I'll have to get water from the well. Stupid pipes.
Water from the well, stupid. Yeah. What? I thought you were sleeping. She's sleeping? I don't know what you're doing. Who is breathing in there? That's not good. Why are there candles lit all over the stairs? What? Okay, why would we be going outside in the middle of the night? No, just no. Whoever you are, do not jump at me. I can't see anything. Oh, here's the well. Am I gonna fall down in the well?
How is the well empty? We used it all yesterday.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have picked that up.
Emma?
Yeah, you're doing a great job running. I'm trying to run, but it won't let me run. Okay. Who did that? Oh! What just happened? Is that a dream? Oh my god.
Rose.
Yes, Emma, what's going on?
Emma!
I had a bad dream.
Yeah, me too.
This house is old and creepy. What are we doing out here?
We're doing what Dad thinks is best. This was his home when he was your age.
Is the doctor still going to visit?
I don't think so. We'll talk about this in the morning.
Uh,
Go back to sleep.
I don't like that door, man. That is a creepy door. What's happening? Is he taking the chains off? He better not be taking the chains off.
Ugh. Why am I still so tired?
I don't know. Maybe because you had a bad dream? You didn't sleep very good. It's sunny outside, so I could finally see. See really good. You in here, Emma? Oh, she's not in here. Oh, 2 chains came off. Please don't. Richard, you okay? Just my breakfast? You don't look too bad. It's like some toast. I heard someone cough. Oh, here he is. Okay.
You guys are up early.
We haven't done much yet, just unpacking boxes mostly. I'll be driving one town over to pick up some chickens and animal feed today.
Anything I can help with?
You can, actually. Luckily for us, the old tenant built quite a few planters in the yard we can use, but neglect has taken its toll on them. I'll need to repair them before you and your sister plant crops. There's a parish west of here. Can you go see if they have any extra tools to lend us? It's been decades, but hopefully it's still there.
Well, damn, is this like the
Can I go too?
1700s?
I need you to help me with the livestock, so you're staying with me today. Rose, I
When does
also
this take
found an old
place?
map of the area in the closet. Take a look at it before leaving the house. Do not get lost in these woods. They go on for miles.
He's got a car, so it's not the 1700s.
I'll copy the map into my journal. The parish west of here for tools. All right. I'll be back before it gets dark.
Thank you, Rose.
You're welcome, Father. Okay. Copy the map. Okay, copy the map. Oh, sweet. I can look at it. This is where our home is. This is a big area. Holy crap. Enter the pasture, which is right here. Okay. Oh man, this game's gonna be spooky. So far, it's just the beginning. Seems pretty interesting so far. I know I was yawning earlier just because nothing was happening. I felt like I was getting bored a little bit, but so far it's getting better. Yes, maybe 1900s. 45 or something like that.
I should check the map before going too far in one direction. I should be just outside my house in the pasture.
Yeah. We are. Okay, so straight would be going to Greenwater. Where we're trying to go? Head to the parish. So we came out, we need to go left. So this way. I'm glad there's a sprint button, because it would take forever if I was like literally had to walk there the whole time. And it's daytime, so no one's gonna scare me on their way. Hopefully. Okay. What's this area? The parish. That's definitely where I need to go. Hopefully this game actually terrifies me, like the past few games I've been playing. If you haven't seen the Summer 58 playthrough yet, definitely go watch that. That game about gave me a heart attack. It made me jump about the whole time. Alright.
No wonder the path here was so overgrown. It looks like this place has been empty for years. I should still look for some tools anyways, since I came all this way.
What we got over here in this gazebo? It's a giant gazebo. Okay, probably nothing in here, I guess. Grapes are pretty nice though. I know I said that at the beginning, but I'm starting to see it more. Are there people here? Or is it just me? Oh, there's a person here, okay. Hello. How are you doing? You look creepy. You're not gonna kill me, are you? I see kind of red eyes coming from you. That doesn't...
Hello? Do you live in this town?
That's evil. No response. Evil. Creepy as shit too. It's locked. Hey, can you let me out? Don't charge at me, please.
What?
It's because I picked up that frickin' totem, I bet.
Jesus!
Shit!
What the hell was that?
Oh my god. I felt that adrenaline rush all throughout my body. Holy crap. Read. Oh no. Okay. I feel I must bring two observations to your attention, Father. I noticed some members of our congregation have been absent from church. That poor man with the drinking problem in particular hasn't been here in quite some time. I stopped by his house, but no one seemed to be home. I got a sick feeling peering through his window, like something unnatural was watching me back. On top of the drop in attendance, there's also rumors about a place referred to as the Other Church in Eastern Village. I still have no clue what that is supposed to mean. Only that Lucilia, the widow, who lost her son a couple of years ago, has some kind of connection to it. That woman's mannerisms have always made me feel uneasy. I can't help but feel she is a cursed woman with the luck she has. I will speak with her during I will speak with her during her usual walks around the lake. All I know for certain is that I can feel a dark cloud growing over our small community. Something has changed, Marcus. Okay. Interesting. I'm sorry, what? Is it raining now all of a sudden? Can I leave? I can jump out again. Okay. Thank you for letting me out. I appreciate it. Hey, it's starting to rain. Is this the house we go to? Oh, lordy, we have another puzzle. So I guess... I gotta put them down here. It's... Right. That don't go there. That don't go there either. Maybe that goes there instead. That goes there, and that goes... Oh. There we go. Goes there, and then... Aha! Much easier puzzle. Strange machinery. No, it's not. I just got it out of the way. Don't you see that? Classroom? Library. What we got over here on this table? Anything? Nothing? Oh no. I need a code for that. I guess the code would be around here somewhere. Guess we gotta look for the code. It's locked, but there's no place for a key. Okay. Turn the bus. That open the locker? It did. Like, he held a wax bead. Bead. That's what it is. It's bead. Bead. There we go. There was no way I was gonna... Can you take that? Thank you. Picked up seal of above. Now, where's the seal go? That is the question. Back to the church. Got one. A seal. Okay. I feel like I gotta go back into the church. Okay. Now, the seal. Where does the seal go? Seems to be jammed. Okay, graphical glitch. I guess no seal goes here, huh? Well. These grounds were used between the years of 1692 and 1693 for the trial of those accused of witchcraft. Please treat the grounds and historical objects with respect. We'll go the other way next. The execution grounds. Um, there's the guillotine. Is that what that is? Chop your head off. Terrifying. Eee. What is this? More puzzles. Okay. All right. I got practice from that from Project Nightmares. They had a puzzle similar to that. What did I get? Another key? What did I get out of that? I got something. Alright. Been playing a good bit of it. About an hour and 10 minutes. There's a lot of running around trying to look for stuff though. Hey, a little boy. How do you get in this gate? Looks like something circular can go here. Yeah. The seal, right? There we go. Okay. So I need another seal? I didn't get another depression, did I? It didn't give me another depression. Is there something underneath this that I need to get out of? Oh. Yeah? Alright, here we go. Take that as a tool. Is this the graveyard, lady? Oh, there's words there. She was deaf. Okay, deaf. We had bead, and then we have deaf. Okay. D, oh. D, oh shit. Okay. Open it. Thank you. Thanks for the next depression piece. But it's gonna be dark by the time I'm done with this. How long it's been taking me. Alright. Alright, third pair of tools. Another puzzle to get in here. This is one of these. Okay, so we got a little baby. Okay. We got small one there. What's that can go there? No, can a little baby go here? Yeah, that's not gonna help, is it? I'm sitting here out of everyone's eye view. You cannot see me. Okay, hold on. It's too big. Put that there. Put that there. Put that big one there. That one there. Put that tiny one there. Okay. Pretty sure I had it right the first time. Sometimes I like to restart.
This should be enough to repair the planters back home.
Yeah, it should.
Unless there's anything else of interest, I should head back.
There shouldn't be anything else here. I don't think there'd be any collectibles. Hopefully no one scares me on the way out. Oh, that lady. I see a lady. Is she the witch? Is she the one that wants to kill me now? You know, the one I saw in the church? I don't know. Guess we'll find out later on in the game. Drop off the tools.
It's late, and this rain is getting worse. I should drop off the tools and go straight home.
Where's the tool drop off? Wherever the tool drop off is. That shit doesn't get tired. I can literally run forever. Where am I dropping off the tools? Let's put the tools on the backyard bench. Backyard bench. Okay? This is the backyard. Or the garden. Not the backyard. This is the garden. Or the backyard. Okay, maybe this is the backyard. This pinch. Haha. Okay, time to go home. Hopefully this witch lady is not inside the house. Not here to terrify me, are you? So far it's been really subtle with the jump scares or all the scares. I like the last game I played, Summer of '58. Talk to Dad. Where is he? Faja? Are you upstairs? You're in your room? Oh. Yeah. There you are. Why is he coughing so much? Is he sick?
Hey, Dad. I put the tools on the workbench in the yard.
Thanks for doing that. Any issues with the locals?
The whole area was abandoned.
Yeah.
Things change. People move. I guess this town isn't as lively as it used to be.
Does anyone still live here anymore?
I doubt it.
I'm sure there's still people who work the land here, like we're going to do. All places fall on hard times, but they bounce back.
Whatever you say, Richard. Or
We
Dad.
can talk more about this tomorrow. Though you look like you have another question.
Yeah, I saw a witch.
Is there another church in this town?
I thought you said the parish was abandoned. Who told you this? You didn't go off the path, did you? I told you, these woods go on for miles.
I didn't wander. I found a note in the church written to the priest. It mentioned this other church and that it was in the eastern village.
There's only one church in this town, and you were there today. I also don't want you getting ideas about poking around that village. It's too far away, and you could get lost.
So you didn't hear about this when you grew up here? Nothing about witchcraft or the name Lucilia?
Rose, I haven't lived in this town in almost 40 years. I'm sure lots of things have happened while I've been away, but for now, we have too much work to do on this house to get caught up in small town gossip.
He's keeping things from me, and I don't like it.
All right, forget I mentioned it. Night, Dad.
He knows damn well there's another church. He knows damn well where it is. Okay. Read before bed. And then have another crazy nightmare. Use chapter 2. Does that mean I completed chapter 2, or does that mean I'm doing chapter 2? I guess I unlocked the achievement, so that means I completed it. Okay. I could see the figure of Andrew silhouetted against the moonlight, his features hidden amongst the darkness of the trees in front of him. I didn't have the strength to approach him, but he spoke to me in a hushed tone as if I had. He offered me answers to my questions and guidance only he could offer. All for just signing my name in a small ledger found at my feet. I thought I was dreaming, or perhaps my desperation to see Andrew had made me hallucinate. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my head, but every time I would open them, he still stood there in the trees. This was real. The spirit of my only child had responded to my calls. I signed the ledger after considerable hesitation. Then he spoke to me again. He told me of doorways hidden in the seasons and lunar cycles, of invocations in foreign languages, or forgotten languages. But the most intriguing was of a ceremony only he could teach me. A ceremony with two parts. The first part binding the practitioner's soul to the world of the living. and the other part bringing them back to life in the event of their death. Andrew confided in me that the afterlife was a dark and cold place, that I must complete this ceremony and bind my spirit to this world to save myself from it. This was his gift to me. Although completing the first part of the ceremony would come at yet another cost, it would require more than mundane tools such as a candle, wax, or string. It needed something more intrinsic to life itself. We spoke until nearly dawn, and then I went home. The next morning I thought about his words, about the whole encounter. What he asked of me was cryptic and immortal, but perhaps that is simply life itself. So I began thinking more of the ceremony. I remembered a small house sitting alone, detached from the rest of the town. It was occupied only by a belligerent drunk, a man easily forgettable. I decided that this is where the first part of the ceremony will be done. Though I needed help with the task, I can only think of one person who may be able to help me. A quiet man who didn't leave his house much. He noticed my interest through his window blinds when I was practicing near the eastern village. He approached me and told me his friends expressed an interest in such things too, though no one had tried anything quite like I had been doing. Oh my God, more reading! I'm tired of the reading. I went to his house a few days later to ask him if he would like to help me with a task. I didn't give him all the details, so we wouldn't have time to get cold feet when we started. I asked him to meet me outside that man's house on Sunday, exactly 2:30 a.m. to give us an hour afterwards to prepare. Enough reading. All right. That is going to be it for this episode of Witching Hour. If you guys are enjoying this game, don't forget to smack that like button. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.